And we are back with a slightly fucked up and twisted, Joker-fied video for you. Elgato didn't record my audio, my microphone audio, while I was playing the game. So I am watching my recording of the gameplay, and hopefully... And the reason I'm doing this is I tried a few no-mic streams early on just because I don't always have the energy to talk about stuff. But those were not fun to watch, like in the edit, in retrospect. So I've determined that any microphone is better than no microphone, and let's just consider this a fun little experiment on different ways that I can handle this process as we go forward. Let me skip to actually... playing the game. Okay, I had just gotten the quest to return the eyes to the bargaining statue. So I'm kind of scouting around. I believe I was explaining everything that happened here as well. But I was very curious to do this quest because I had heard a lot about the bargaining statues. I hadn't interacted with them too much. I know there are a few of them, and the more you get, the kind of more stuff they are able to give you. So I was making a beeline for this quest line. Putting on my motherfucker fighting outfits. Oh, they should let you save, like, favorite outfits. I would love to, like, have an Animal Crossing wand style. Like, oh, this is my fighting outfit. This is my mining outfit. This is my fashion outfit 1. This is my fashion outfit 2. I get why they don't let you do that, but still, would be nice. Yep, rocks. Pretty textbook. And there's our first weird eyeball. Yote that down the cave. My working theory was that I could just yeet all 4 of them down the holes and then pick them all up in the depths. And a large portion of this play session involved me not being 100% sure that was how it worked. It's just me planning my route of attack here. Remembering that that shrine is underground, but I could use that little canyon pass. Or maybe that was later in this session. I don't know. But using the river that I unfucking bound to access that zone. You know, I'm beginning to consider that I don't use the Zonai materials that much for traversal. At least outside of the depths. And that's something that I kind of want to start doing a little bit more of because I'm not hurting for Zonai materials anymore. Like, I can farm charges pretty simply. And my battery is in a place where I can actually fly around as much as I kind of need to. But I do like the practice of walking around and navigating these environments on foot. I think a lot of what I like about Breath of the Wild is like the slowness with which you, and the like deliberacy with which you have to like travel. Like in Breath of the Wild, there were the lookout towers that you just jumped off of instead of being fired into the sky. And having that very analog focus of, oh, okay, I'm in this place, I have to like really consider how to move and where to move, is a neat thing. Oh yes, I I remember what I'm doing. I'm looking for the Shrine of Reawakening because I saw that somebody mention on TikTok that there was something in there. I was also debating doing an apple trick that I found on TikTok right there. Hustling up, hustling down. Looking around for goodies and gubbins. I do a fair amount of cooking in this one as well. Although I royally fuck up one particular cook that I'm still kicking myself for. I wasted my truffles. There be the shrine. A lot of good BB seeds. I'm bright bloomin' and zoomin'. A lot of good memories of running out of here. This shit looks old. Ice that frog. Scrounging, as I do. Ugh. I heard that this was a hot spring, which makes sense. That's where Link got resurrected in the previous game. And then I was like, damn, Yiga clan? In my home? Okay. And it's like, shit, it must be abandoned, but they fucking got me. The Yiga keep fucking getting me. I was kind of anticipating a bigger fight here, but it ended up just being this one dude. I've not analyzed these schema stones as much as I kind of want to. I haven't really considered all of their different options. I like being able to just watch my gameplay because I can have wheat thins over here and I can just pivot the microphone away when I want to crunch. Microphone's going woo. And now it's back. Okay, yes, at this point, I can identify this is where I completely lost the plot of the order that I was going to do them in. Because I was going to do the one by the lake that I drained. But instead I got distracted and found myself close to another one. And it's going to lead to me having to backtrack to get that final eyeball a little bit later. The benefit of foresight, or hindsight rather, really is nice sometimes. Making a fucky little bridge. I figured this was a melting-based puzzle. And I was right. Doing a little mountain-based trudgery. Trudging and drudging. It's really sad that I lost all the VO here because A, that means I have to rewatch it in real time if I want microphone audio, which typically when I'm editing stuff, I don't rewatch it in full. Like, if I remember certain sections where I've paused or something, I will identify those. I'll scrub through the footage and find them. But I have not sat down and rewatched one of my sessions, like, in editing that hasn't, like, had my voice accompanying it and, like, actually been on YouTube. I actually have been rewatching that and laughing at my own jokes, which has been super exciting. But it is a flaw with kind of this current iteration of my recording setup. I think that eventually I will just need to have a separate mouse out here, because really the only problem is that I have to bring my mouse out here to manipulate stuff on the computer screen, and sometimes it's just easier to leave my USB hub like plugged in so I don't have to fuck around with it. But having my own mouse out in this zone would help me, like, click on shit and make sure shit is working so that I only have to plug in the HDMI cable. Like, I don't have to worry about, my keyboard is already wireless. And then I would just need my, the mouse to do what I gotta do. Food for thought. I might just pick up, like, a cheapo, like, little $20 shitty little Logitech mouse. Meanwhile, we have put another egg in the basket. We've put more lotion on its skin. Now here I notice this little house. I get very curious about it. And I'm like, damn, the Yuga clan's here too? They have posted up on the Great Plateau. I think this is my first Yiga big boy. I had forgotten how to deal with him, and I was a little bit more hesitant to interface with that guy. Yeah, I believe right here was when I first began to reconsider. I gotta go back to Hestu and, like, get some more weapons popping. I thought this was another Yiga. I was 100% convinced that this was gonna be another Yiga popping up. This would actually be a good opportunity, because this guy mentioned a rival that I didn't really parse. Mobo at a stable. Okay. Interesting. This thing I did clock. So they got new vehicles, and there is also a the earth wake technique, which I think is like the punch the ground to make shit happen. And it seems like the way they're introducing this, it seems like that is something I'll be able to learn. So I'm deeply curious about that. I thought that little stone was like a breakable into a secret hidey hole. But then I was like, oh, the map. They've got a map of this thing. So I was kind of able to cross-reference and eyeball approximate locations. I was like, okay, obviously there's a base in their old hideout. Right next to the Forest of Time. Just eyeballed that a little bit. I was like, might as well just put a skull on me. And then up on that peninsula, which I kind of guesstimated would be like the Akala outcropping, because that's kind of like a peninsula in its own way. And here's where I thought that was a breakable thing. Nope. Then I thought that was like a secret door. I'm suspicious of the Yiga. They're bastards. And I like their little hand-drawn Link on the door. That's really funny. They're, oh, watch out for Link. He's a bad boy. Foolish. I was like, you're a Yiga spy. Wasn't even going to deal with this guy. You know, the reusable enemy parts, or the usable enemy parts, really has changed my behavior towards my foes. I thought that was a bloopy. But it makes it a whole lot harder to justify just like icing somebody and continuing to walk. Yeah, so here's where I get confused. I'm like, did I already get this eye? And then, oh, the eye was over there. So that kind of made me concerned, because I put this eyeball in this hole. I'm fairly confident that I did that. So I was worried that there was like some kind of weird background fuckery going on behind the scenes. Notice that shrine over there. I really have not done a lot of shrine hunting in the overworld, which I think I rectified a little bit in a later section of this episode. And in the last one, too. I mean, I fucked around in Hebra. Or was it Hebra? It was the Highlands up in the upper northwest. Yep, I had already pinged that one. I want to stand up and get some hummus. For my wheat thins. I'm back and the hummus is popping. Oh, and I'm popping off. I was like, dang, it sure is raining. It sure is raining, and I sure do have a lightning friend. More and more. I wish Riju would stick close to you. Because she loves to get in the mix. That's just what she does. But you want to be far away when you're activating the lightning arrow. Then I remembered my topaz rod. And it was game over for these fucks. Relearning the timing of the rod recharge. Fucking stun lock. I got this guy fucking looping. Honk your fucking horn again. You know, it's fucked up how the big boss Bokoblin horn is less cool than the little Bokoblin horn. I think the black Bokoblin horn design is so good. I've not yet found any white moblins. I've seen an image of one, and they've got like Pikmin stems on them that like wobble around. Which has me wondering if they've got like a whip-like quality to them. I've not yet attached a Lizal tail to my weapons, but I know that it says that it turns it into like a whip-like situation. Here I'm making sure that I got the boss horn. For all you hummus heads out there, I'm having wheat thins, classic wheat thins, with some Water Street spicy hummus. Water Street Deli, Mediterranean Deli Foods, spicy hummus. And it's fucking busting. You know, normally you get the spicy hummus, and it's got like, it's regular hummus with like a dollop of like the spice mix on top. And that's good. But this has a, like, it's mixed. Like, it starts out, it's a uniform spiciness, which is what I want, because I don't know what it is about me. I only need a little bit of the flavor on something to, like, actually enjoy it and experience it. Like, I don't need things to be over-seasoned. Like, I'm fine if I just, like, dip a little bit of my fry in ketchup, like, just a little tippy of my French fry. I don't need to scoop it on there. So when I'm doing those hummuses, I always just like, ooh, I'm going to get hummus and I'm going to get a little edge of spice. Speaking of cooking poorly, Yeah, I fucked up that truffle. I fucked up the full heal on the truffle. So here I'm hating myself a little bit for that. But back to the hummus. So I always end up with too much of the spice mixture, and then it just overpowers everything that's like left in the dregs of the tub. But this, it's well mixed. It's flavored appropriately. It's nice and spicy. Although I feel like the larger of a dollop you get, the less the spice actually matters. I was like, fuck yeah, that meat skewer is like doing exactly what I needed to. I just need a reliable, I just need a way to get hearts back. Perusing other ingredients. Two and two, I was like, that's a little bit overkill. It's doing it, so I'm just churning out. Or maybe I got a critical cook there. I don't know. Or maybe I had 3 herbs. Yeah, I think 2 and 2 was the mix. Just a clean little 10 heart boost. Yep. Ate one like a Dorito. And then I realized, oh, 1 and 2, I could have gotten a better economy going. Food for thought. I still haven't gotten the camera. I'm gonna start next episode gunning it straight for the camera. Because I know that it's got like a tracker function where if you have taken a picture of something, you can like get pings when it's close by. I would love to get pings when Hyrule herbs are like nearby. Around here, I began exploring new possibilities with regard to transportation. After I look around for the eyeball, I'm like, damn, I was sure I dropped it here. I did not. Dear viewer, I did not. I'm gonna have to go back up for this eyeball. I run away, then reconsider. Maybe I should just hop in the whip. I don't think I made it here. I was foolish. I think I bail right about now. Mm-hmm. I gotta get up the other way. I gotta stop fucking around. So I try and reacquaint myself a little bit with the systems at play. Yeah, they coded that very, very cleanly. But luckily they've given us rockets. So I figure I'm going to make a one-way, one-time elevator right quick. And it's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Textbook. And I made this climb before, so I know this is possible. I had less stamina back then. There's the eyeball. So now I'm trying to figure out, okay. It was allegedly directly under the goddess statue, so I was like, okay, it must be like beside the mine or whatever. I was slightly off. Dear viewer, I was slightly off on my projections. Yep. Yeeted down the chasm. I figure my best shot is probably the mine carts. So I'm going to attempt to get it like towards the track so that I can possibly hang out there. Doing a little recall shimmy to scoop it up. I love handing things to myself in recall. You know, I'm recalling a lot right now. Looking for any shortcuts, but no, I just gotta mosey my way through the mines. Until I find an automobile. Assessing the mines, correctly assuming that I can probably use these mine carts to get exactly where I'm going. Oh, God bless me. God bless me. Yep, setting up the mode of transportation du jour. I was very worried that impact would activate the Zonai device. Fortunately, it did not. You know, I'm very happy the depth still feels fucked up even when it's lit up. I know the darkness is like the thing. But even when it's lit up, it's distinctly inhospitable. Yep, deactivate, clap off. Looking around, I didn't fully realize that those were elevators until a little bit later. I didn't really internalize what I was looking at. Take it over here, find this treasure. Yep, we love a large zonite. We stan a large zonite. Yeah, I think my next big push... I had already mentioned that I would like to... I'm not sure. I would like to explore more of the depths so that I could get more zonite, so that I can increase my battery size. Like, that just seems like a chill thing to do. At the same time, I think that I probably am in a position where I could challenge another dungeon. That seems like a play that I could make. The other two Sage powers, I've seen them. They don't look super, like, enticing to me. But I like hanging out with Sidon, and Yunobo seems like a scumbag, so I want to be part of his redemption arc. No spoilers, I think I also know where the Master Sword is. No spoilers for this episode, but I think I figured it out. I was like, damn, I gotta go fucking bargain, because I got pose. I got pose in different area codes. So at that point, I realized the pin didn't really matter, so I'm just going around gripping and ripping every eyeball that I can possibly find. Teasing out fun new methods of conveyance along the way. Oh, this is back to the same place, yeah. I was convinced I was just not seeing something here. I was like, okay, that's the hole. Is the eye up there? Is it like a... Are they going to give me a traversal challenge in addition to this, like, carrying challenge? No dice, no eyes. I'm looking, I'm not seeing. I'm checking behind the pillar. Nothing. There is no information to help me here. So I'm eyeballing it and I say, yeah, I could get over there. But then I actually start doing some traversal, and I pretty quickly assume, actually no, I gotta build a whip. And I'm thinking back to the time that I saw a Yiga vehicle that was just one wheel with a stabilizer on it. And these monster truck tires are a little bit different, but I think that I could maybe rig up something similar. You know, looking back, I probably can do something pretty similar to what I wanted here. The issue was that the thing was not stable when parked, so I could not get in. Which, as we can all see, the Weeble wobbled and it fell down. So I think right now I tried to hit the Weeble. Yep. But then it was on. Yep. And then I was trucking. However, it did not have really any capacity to turn. So noticing this, I'm like, okay, maybe 2 wheels. Nah, nope, that's not it. You know, in hindsight, I could just hold something still and then use recall to, like, operate on it while it's being, like, lifted. That's no fun. Yep, and now this is too fast. This is much too speedy for me. I can't control the force of this amazing vehicle that I've invented. It's too powerful. It's trying to go off-road. It's going rogue and off-road on its own. And now I'm like, okay, this thing can turn a little bit. I could do something with this. So this is the bad segue. I'm thinking, okay, if this thing is just staying stabilized, can I just go up? And unfortunately, no, it will not permit uppies. It also can't really turn on a dime, so I was pivoting my strategy a little bit when I saw these platforms. And I said, oh, a stable base upon which to build my masterpiece. Huh, I wonder if you could use a stabilizer on a wing and then intentionally send yourself into a nosedive and then have the stabilizer, like, wrench you back into the correct position. I wonder if that would result in, like, a lot of forward momentum. Yep. Ultra hand trouble. Ultra hand chaos in the Windy City. I briefly toyed with the idea of allowing that diagonal wheel to remain. But instead, I decided to commit to my values. And nope. It really wants to attach the edge of that wheel. So at this point, I think that I have cracked the first hurdle, except for I put the wheels on backwards. But no, I actually just put the seat on backwards. It's all a matter of perspective. And now I'm fucking moonwalking. I'm trucking. This force-stabilized vehicle is my pride and joy. I would like to try that mono wheel setup. But this thing's grooving. This thing doesn't need 2 more wheels. Yep. Take a pit stop to Poe up. Load up on that Poe meat. And then back on the hog. Don't want to fuck with these guys. Just keep it schmoving. Oh, yeah, V2. V2, the dump loader. This is me thinking, okay, swap the places of these two. I'm not sure what my rationale really was, but I think it did work out in the end. Where my booty was dragging on the ground. And, you know, a big enough lever. With a big enough lever, God can fucking move the earth. He doesn't even need the lever. Yep, route planned. The booty lift is working, the BBL. Don't know why I just skipped by that weapon. I don't recall seeing that one at all. I'm attempting an off-road strategy and realizing another fatal flaw of this machine, which is that the booty can get stuck. But I'm still rocking with it. Oh, what was that? What was that Bidu? Something just undid and redid, which I'm a little bit concerned about. That's not the problem here. Yep, this is the problem. Not even doing that is really solving it. You know what I should do is have the weeble wobble at an angle so that it like picks the entire back of the truck up at like a 45-degree angle. Because then this would be the default. Now here's V3 of my design, which incorporates all of the good things about both iterations. Where it does have rear wheel drive, that's a feature, and it has front wheel drive. This is what all cars should look like as far as I'm concerned. And the fact that car manufacturers haven't managed this yet, it's pitiful. Yeah, I accidentally disassembled my entire shit. But I got the eyeball. And the only part I wasted was the stabilizer. Now this is me looking around for an elevator on this level. And eventually I come to the conclusion that we just gotta throw it in the hole. I go up all of these stairs, and then I'm like, okay, what if down, actually? What if we consider the negative of the y-axis? I debate checking in at that shop, but I'm just like, not my mission right now. I was really fighting the ADHD today. Or that day. It was a few days ago when I did this. Here, I'm zooming over towards this eyeball. I was pretty confident here that I could use the mine carts to make this one happen. Yep, but it makes me ponder a hole first. It makes me consider what's in the hole. I think deep in my subconscious, I had a superstition that picking up the stone would negate some of its weight, as though Link holding the stone was lighter than Link and the stone separately. I have no data to back that up. I am, in fact, very confident that I'm wrong, and that it does the calculus when Link is holding an item. Vis-a-vis thrust to weight ratio. Things of that nature. grooving on over to the mine station. And chugging all the way up. I was slightly worried that it would be a little bit too heavy, but I persevered. Almost lost the minecart there. I thought about swapping out that battery for a fresh one, but didn't end up doing that. I got so many fans going in this moment. There's what, 7 fans going at once? Wild. You know, I really like that this game seems to be playing with physics in a way where, like, the stuff that shouldn't matter doesn't matter. Like, it is very, like, intent compliant. Like, in real life, that fan structure would never work because the sheer force of the platform being, like, held down by the leverage would not let it slide across the rail very smoothly. But instead, just having all those fans right there just lets you glide all the way straight up. That's poetry. Don't gotta worry about the ups and downs of ups and downs. Oh yeah, here's where I realized that I can just take the path. And I realized again that these are black bokoblins. I fought these guys like super duper early on, which explains why they took fucking forever to kill. These were like a personal vendetta monster early on. I'm forgetting what episode, but these 2 specific goons, as I was getting to this shrine, were real bastards. Creating a device, creating a motherfucker implement. I was like, Riju, get back here. You know, if they turned down, instead of horse whistle, which I feel like I never really use, if they turned that into like a Sage power selection menu, that would be clutch. I think, personally. Because, like, yeah, I'll whistle when I want Riju to fuck people up. Like, that doesn't inconvenience my day at all, but having her be running around in the middle of enemies, like, I want to be able to pop that power while she's already in the fucking fray, and then evaporate everyone who stands in our way. Tulin's thing makes sense. Being able to just... That should only be active when you're gliding. I think, like, her power, like, activation time frame should only be active, or able to be activated while you're gliding. Because I don't need a wind gust when I'm on the ground. I cannot think of a single instance where I would need a wind gust on the ground. That's like the distance maker. I guess they needed to have you be able to do it on the ground because of the wind temple design, where you gotta blow into the fans. But other than that, I don't need that. That doesn't do me a lick of good. Maybe if I've attached a sail to something, which, why would I ever do that? Indawauda. Yep, this is when I reaffirmed, yep, I have not done this one. Just gonna scoop that up right quick. And put it in the hole. And then I was like, I was thinking about teleporting back down, but no, I'm like, no. I'm the hole jumper. I'm the hole dumper. I still think that horn blast when you enter, when you like cross the threshold into the depths rules. It fucking just rules. Okay, here I'm gonna design V2 of my balancing machine, or V3, V4. Smaller platform for a smaller footprint. Yep, doing a little mental maths. Thinking back to my time in aerospace engineering class in 8th grade. And this time I fucked around and put 4 wheels on. You know? I got nothing to prove. I already proved that my balancing device was perfect and beautiful. I will quickly realize that one wheel is not aligned properly. That wheel isn't lined up, but I'll stick it right on the corner there. And we'll be grooving. I don't even think I put a stabilizer on this guy. I think I'm just Tonka trucking. And honestly, I get why people use cars. This is just a solid fucking mode of transportation. I understand you can put things in the car. You can drive the car. You don't have to worry about it being magically stabilized and that fucking you up. I'm just grooving. Get into the Coliseum, like, okay. Spin the block. Let's go. A little trouble. I realized that this is like one of those flippy cars. That you get the flippy like RC cars. where it would work if it was flipped over. I was curious about that. Once again, my strategy of go in whole, paying off. Fall down, go boom. Gonna let me walk right up to my god and request boons. I do like how this was like functionally 4 shrines as part of this challenge, because the bargainer statue is going to offer me a stamina vessel or a heart container. It's like a neat little in-world like edge around for having to do 4 shrines to get one of those. I was like, stamina please, I got health for days. Thank you, my new god. And I was like, isn't there anything different here? But no, it's just pose. And this is me understanding, okay, so the depths clothing is going to be activated by acquiring these shits. And I was like, oh, you can also buy repeats of items that you might have sold, or the unique stuff that you have found and might have sold. So that's a fun thing. And then having bomb flowers be in a shop is really nice as well. I didn't really think I needed the dark tunic, because the depths tunic seemed like it was doing the same thing, only plus gloom resistance. So I was like, okay, why would I do that? Tunic of Depths is kind of drippy, but not what I'm going for. I've seen the Hat of the Depths, and that is like that's a powerful look. That's like orb pondering hours. Yes, my next thing was I wanted to explore around this general area, because I know that there was Zonai ruins there originally. And also, some of my fondest memories were early on in Breath of the Wild. Like, when I didn't have the stamina to actually do it, I was climbing up those mountains, and I encountered my first Lionel, like, way early. Like, I had 4 hearts, I think, and was just, like, bumming around up in those hills. And that first Lionel experience in Breath of the Wild, I still have not forgotten it. Because I had to do some creative climbing to actually get up there. I was definitely not supposed to go to that area. I was curious about that island, so I tried to get over there briefly. Yeah, that was the flower island below. Or was it? I'm a little far away from this screen. I'm by my normal microphone on my couch, so I'm looking at the little computer screen instead of my big, nice TV. It's not even that big and nice. I am way overdue for like a TV upgrade. My current TV is like 47 inches, and the reason that I have kept it around is that it has an optical audio output, which I'm discovering is becoming increasingly rare. What I actually want is, if there was a TV with a 3.5 millimeter output, then I could just skip the frankly shitty optical audio out to 3.5 millimeter conversion box that I got. I would truly just love to be able to plug my headphones directly into the television to receive game audio, or plug a line output to feed it into my mixer for our headphones when we're like doing Extra Life or something like that, that would just be eminently superior to the other solutions that we've got in place. My current setup is deeply workable. It's solid, but if I could replace 2 cables and a box with 1 cable, I'm doing that every fucking time. You kidding me? I've discovered that a lot of my problems can be solved by longer cables. You know? Oh, I'm also realizing that I must be in like the Stormlands because it's storming 24/7. Yep. Being electrocuted. Had to drop some gear. Not drop, but unequip. I was very worried because I couldn't see the ground. But it's just this big, angry storm that I'm deeply curious about. Yeah. Heading straight for the Shrine of Courage, which getting here was a bastard. Or the Spring of Courage, rather. Getting here was a bastard in Breath of the Wild, because it was like infested with Lizal. And you had to like fight all of them in like in a test of your combat strength. Gotta take the thistle. See a thistle, take a thistle. Need a thistle, leave a thistle. Mother Goddess statue in the vast canyon. This was the first time that I heard of this. And she wants tidings. So, no spoilers, but I see what happens to that Mother Goddess statue in this game. And I'm like, oh, I remember where this is. That's in, it's in this canyon. I was looking around. Yeah, that canyon. And then it literally says Forgotten Temple right there. So I'm like, bada bing. And I debate pinning it. Or maybe I don't pin it yet. I forget my exact thought process here. That's the downfall of doing this type of recording after the fact. I feel like it's much more fun listening to somebody figure something out in the moment rather than like an armchair, like looking back perspective. But I still think it's better than just like flat raw gameplay, you know? I guess I should create a mark for like syncing up the audio and the video. It's going to be right about here. Well, let me check the timestamp on the video real quick. Okay. Yeah, about this far in. I'm going to say poomp right when the tower flings me up. Poomp. Okay. We're vibing. Actually, what I should do is That's Blair and I's go-to. Hey, edit this out. Sound. Just a fun little alarm. Oh, this shrine. Yeah, this is a weird one. I kind of like the ones like this where it's like a little bit deeper than you expect. So you gotta put the egg in the hole. But where's the egg? Can't go that way. Gotta go this way. It almost feels like a scrapped like section of like a mini dungeon or something. Shoot the whoop up here. You gotta check for cheese. Yep, textbook, light work, easy money. So at this point, I started thinking, courage to fall. Okay, what could that possibly mean? I've been over there. There's a plane in here somewhere. Somehow, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe I rattle it around. Scrape it against the bars like a tin cup. Nothing. So I'm like, courage to fall, eh? Hey, I'll fall down here. Get a little something, something. Delicious. All arrows are good arrows. They're like dogs in that way. Yeah. I really feel like two-handed weapons are so outclassed in this game by everything else. Okay, courage to fall. Yep, there it was. So I'm like, damn. I don't have that much courage. Let me go over here and then maybe I'll think about falling. I have the courage to rise. Okay. I don't think I had seen the door, really. Yep. Too much courage. So at this point, I'm just noping out. And and stumbled my way into discovering the ball. I think I just must have literally walked right past it. So at this point, I think I understood the gimmick. I had to bring it up and then bring it down. But I don't think I had really internalized what that meant. Oh, yep, fumble. Fumbled the fucking bag. Yep, you're coming with me, stranger. And access the paper plane. So I'm like, great, obviously I gotta fly this way. I'm in, I'm on. I'm vibing. And then I realized, oh, the ball's probably gotta go there. So hit it with a quick mulligan. I was half convinced there would be something there, but it turns out not so much. So I'm like, okay, eggs in that hole. Gotta get in the hole closer to me. So I gotta do the walk of shame around the entire shrine, which is fine. I deserve this. I'd kind of forgotten the direction of the sequence of events. Yep, peeking around, doing Mission Impossible shit. Elevators. Tried ye old jumping on the elevator trick. Okay, plane. Get ready to go. Egg. Meet plane. Kerzoop. And now the gang's all here. We ride. And it works flawlessly. Look at this. Flying straight into the Pentagon. Swish. And in the hole. And I really needed this heal at this point. And brief little pit stop adjourned. It's temple time, baby. Time for the temple. Ow! Oh, but first, stable. I had a sneaking suspicion Pen would be here.
Oh.
Golden horse.
Oh.
So at this point, I was like, I'm starting to think that this Zelda person might not be Zelda. Because Zelda's got a very, like, Snow White vibe. Albeit a little more scholarly. Whereas this imposter seems to have the opposite of a knack for animals. Has a whack for animals.
Oh.
But I cannot be distracted. I wasn't sure what that was. It looked like a scary monster, and I was like, no, it's Kilton. I was trying to whistle to see if my horse was at this stable, but unfortunately, no. But much to my surprise, it was Colton. So I thought this would be a shop, but instead it's just a quest line where he's just telling you about things to attach to arrows. And eventually you also get armor. And now we enter the bubble gem consumption montage. Yeah, sounds fair. I knew what that was. Numma numma. Heyo. Sense bubble frogs. Okay, yeah, so he must be able to point you in a general direction. So that was good to learn, that some of the items that didn't seem super great, like the toenails and yeah, frocks had nails as well. I think that they would just be like extra double good as arrowheads instead of using the more weapony parts. I think that was a neat thing to consider. And now it's fucking shirt time. The rupee padding. I like that they brought the magic armor back in this way. That's funny. At this point, I just pot committed to giving him whatever gubbins he wanted. Yep, Lizal mask. And the next one was a set of Lizal tails. Which I was slightly interested in, but I didn't have enough bubs. I didn't have enough bubs. My bottle was not full enough of bub. And we're schmovin'. Gotta ping that shrine. Binga banga bongo. And I wasn't sure where the entrance to the temple was. I thought it was here briefly, but that rock ain't crumbly enough. I can't crumble that fucking rock. I tried it though. I'm not above saying I tried it. Yep. Moving on down. I was like, oh, Impa's here. Yeah, this is dipweed. I don't know how Impa got past these monsters and climbed up all these fucking inclines. Old Bag's still got it from fucking Age of Calamity. Yeah, home run swing. Fucking trick shot by Tulin. Yeah, light him on fire. Get his ass. Get his ass. It's just a matter of shimmying and shaking. Yeah, just opted out of that conversation. I really do find myself doing less of the, like, actual intended combat in this game. Which I think is really just gonna bite me in the ass when it comes to, like, time to, like, fight Lionels and stuff like that. Slurp on up here. Continue to slurp. And a shrine just for me. So I definitely need to... the Mother Goddess statue is going to be toppled over in the next room. That's a thing that I just know. So I'm going to have to go back to the Courage Goddess statue and see if, whether that's like a quest line that I'll be able to like rectify the Mother Goddess statue or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Impa, something must be here. Yeah, you got this far. You're only like a few paces from the final secret, as it were. Yep, mommy's tipped over. Yeah, not even saying anything. I was thinking I could maybe rectify the situation, but unfortunately, that's not the play. Looking at the base, I'm like, and nothing inscribed. No hidden runes. Things of that nature. But this room is interesting. And I'm going, great. Love some Sundelions. This is obviously a place of pure good. I was like, are there other mother statues like among these rocks? No. Nothing with these things on the walls, but then what's in here? Now here's the play. That's a map. That to me is a map. And on there are the tiers of the kingdom. So I was able to get like a full revelation of like, okay, what's left.
Ah. Oh.
Impa does not have it together.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn. How are they here? How are they planned?
Oh.
So now I'm cross-referencing. I'm in full, like, okay, process of elimination mode. I was recounting all of them, and the only one that I didn't recognize was the shell. Over there. So I was like, it looks like it would live right around there. I was pretty curious. I was pretty convinced that would be like thereabouts. So I was thinking it would have lived right there. I didn't have the map properly like lined up in my head. Double checking. Make sure that I had gotten the one by Rito Village. But yep. That was there, that was there. Got the sword, got the switch. It's just a shell. So I went to the tower just to get the aerial view. Confirm that shit. And at this point, I was like 30 minutes away from having to like put on nice clothes and go to a fancy dinner to celebrate my birthday, my sister's birthday, my brother-in-law's birthday, and Mother's Day. Kind of a combination fancy dinner thing. It was fucking delicious. The duck confit was impeccable, but I was sweating because I had to finish this shit up. Scouting around. I thought it might be over there, but I couldn't see it quite yet. Yeah, I was pointed in entirely the wrong direction. This is me realizing, oh, it's the anti-gravity stuff. Because I had gone through this once before when I had the wing shield equipped. And I was diving, and I was like, oh, am I like building up like drift meter in Mario Kart for the wing shield to pull out and do like a special maneuver or something? But no, that was just me entering and leaving the magic anti-gravity field. Like so. So I got as far as I could with Tula, and I was aiming to get to Mifa Court, but couldn't really hack it. If I had equipped the skydive armor, I probably could have made it, but I digress. Source Domain is just such an unforgiving, like, area to traverse. I mean, I guess I just need to find the Zora armor. Oh, I was so close. I could have made it. Yeah, I was right there. Break my shins a little bit. That's fine. Yeah, just not very ascend friendly. So I punted, went on up to the shrine. Yeah, do you really need to fade the map out at that point? I'm literally just right there. I'm widowy just right there. And now it's just a straight shot. I'd kind of lost the position of it with these little hills. These rolling hillocks. Yeah, I really haven't shrined this area up too much at all. I mean, I know there's one shrine, like, right at the base of the Tingle Islands. Maybe I should get its corresponding light route to light up the Tingle Islands and see if there was any way to get it from those islands to the main depths. I suspect that there was not. My sneaking suspicion is that the depths, like, as a base, uses an inverted version of the Hyrule map. So the big, tall Tingle Islands just have big, tall, like, big, tall cavern walls surrounding, like, impassable pits that functionally just seem completely impossible to get out of. So I'm looking around, scouting around, scanning around, and there is the geoglyph. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Now, at this point, I had already kind of understood a little bit about what this quest would reveal. I'd have to check the tapes, but I think the second memory that I uncovered, like there's the introductory memory to be like, oh wow, Zelda's in the past. But the second one, they mentioned, oh no, not the immortal dragon technique where you eat your stone and lose yourself, but you become an immortal dragon. Like, nobody will ever do that. And I'm like, damn, that's Chekhov's fucking dragon right there. So I had already had an inkling that like something would be revealed about the nature of the world through this. I thought that like Zelda had been Nidra this entire time or something, which would have been a fucking banger.
King Rauru, we just received word that the lost free village in the Gerudo Desert has fallen. At this rate, the Demon King's army will overwhelm us.
Why are these fuckers all wearing masks? That's so weird.
I understand. Our only hope is for me to defeat the Demon King.
Rauru, the Demon King. He is not someone you can stop by yourself. But you are not alone. You have the Gerudo, Goron, Zora, and Rito leaders as well as Zelda. And of course, you can count on me.
There's something I'd like to show you all.
Opening the fucking door. Ding dong. Whoa, the drip cavern.
Sacred stones.
Stand with me. I need all your aid.
We claim our drip. Our pizzazz. Wind. Fire. Heart. Captain Planet.
We all gathered here swear on our lives to serve Rauru, the King of Light.
The Fellowship of the Bling. That's the episode title. That's the episode title. You know, sometimes you just say something and then you're like, that's the episode title. And typically when I'm playing the game, I just privately think that to myself. Or when I'm listening back during the edit, if I hear something particularly spurious. Oh. Yeah, whoa. Everyone's like, whoa, who's that? All the children are like, who is this? And I'm like, damn. Zelda old. I kind of wish that the draconification, like the first instance of them saying that, was the final memory. Like I think these could have been deployed in a more intelligent order. I don't know. Maybe I'm a fool, but or maybe I got them in like the most wrong order possible. But understanding that draconification was on the table and then they brought it up again, I'm like, okay. I was like, okay. But at this point, I was like 15 minutes away from like desperately having to throw a dress shirt on very, very fast. And I'm like, damn, the dragon's right there. And I would like to interact with the dragon. I think I get pretty close. I think our paths intersect in a pretty neat way. Oh, no. Yeah, I just happened to have another dragon encounter on the way. Which, deeply cool. That felt really cool. Also forgot that this dragon sets the air itself on fire, which is neat. So I just took my sniper shot and left. I kind of love the sniper Zonai bow. Skydiving to catch up with the horn mid-fall, that rules. This game makes me feel like a badass a lot of the time. I was like, damn, I'm on fire. I gotta figure out a way to avoid this. Oh, I got the hiccups. Bonus points to any viewer who can comment when you think I pause the recording to make dinner and eat a whole lot of curry and potatoes. Like a sinful amount. I got a food baby. I've been eating this week. I had a really excellent birthday dinner with a ribeye steak on Tuesday. I had my fancy dinner at Alma in Minneapolis. A prefix menu with 4 courses. The duck confit was the front runner. But the sarsaparilla panna cotta, which was the dessert, plus the cookies that they served, were prime. Okay, there's lore happening. We'll talk about my dinner later. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. This is the moment. I thought they were going to do a rug pull and have it be like, the sister, Raoru's sister, who would get dragonified and be like, no, Zelda's dead, but this is another one of your allies.
The blade that shatters so easily against my power cannot save you from me.
The sword will continue to gain strength if bathed in sacred power. The stronger that power, the more powerful the sword becomes.
I don't recall that
After all, you
cutscene.
possess more than power over time. You have a sacred power that can dispel evil.
To swallow a secret stone is to become an immortal dragon, one blessed with eternal life.
This I did not expect.
Minoru, I'm counting on you.
Minoru the Pogo in the iPad. Seinfeld, Jerry get iPad. Yeah, this is the one that it was entrusted with. That's neat.
Link, I will restore the Master Sword.
Yeah, she's about to
for
pop the piezo.
I will care for it until the time comes. I will pour my sacred power into it. It will be the weapon that defeats the Demon King.
Yep. Pop it in. It's gonna be a bad throat feel.
To become an immortal dragon is to lose oneself.
So in this moment, Zelda did looper the geoglyphs into being. And it worked like in Looper, because they were not there in Breath of the Wild. In the moment on the concurrent timeline when she did this, that changed. In the future. Like, snap. Oh, the remix. Transition, like, gave me shivers the second time. Yeah, girl got no teeth. Yep, in that last moment of, like, humanity. Spread the geoglyphs. Deeply cool. We've talked about this a lot, but the guys and I are like huge fucking nerds about Zelda lore. Like we built a Dungeons and Dragons like setting around Zelda. Like, we've homebrewed Dungeons & Dragons to be Legend of Zelda. I have played a fucking Deku, I've played Dungeons & Dragons as a Deku alchemist that used his big Deku horn to fire potions like a mortar. So this delicious little tidbit of lore is, like, deeply neat. And I had my dumb bird mask on, truly ruining the vibe. Yep. Zelda's right there. We found Zelda. Also, what a good shot. What a good shot that is. Also, a billion silent princesses. Not sure exactly what they do for me, but I'm down. When I activated the shrine, I was not able to actually get in there because, as I said, I had to go and be at a fancy dinner, like, soon. I ran. I ran, did not walk to my closet. Framing that shit up for a screenshot. Pretty good. And with that, that's the last of the video. See you next time.